Okay, as a reminder, please mute yourself unless you're appearing or testifying before the licensing division. Good morning. This is a hearing before the Mayor's Office of Licensing and Consumer Affairs for the City of Boston. Today is Friday, March 4th, 2022. Today's hearing is being held pursuant to temporary amendments to the open meeting law. That is what allows us to meet virtually. With us today is Executive Director Kathleen Joyce and myself, Director of Operations Rebecca Fu. Calling first item, Top Mix LLC, doing business as Top Mix Bar and Kitchen JP. The request is to maintain and operate live entertainment categories consisting of disc jockey, dancing by patrons, instrumental music up to 3 performers, and vocalists until 2 a.m. 7 days a week to the existing non-live entertainment license. This is located at 365 Center Street, Jamaica Plain. Manager of record is Joseph Correa, who is present on behalf of the applicant.
I am Joseph Correa, present.
Okay, you may proceed.
Hello, everyone. My name is Joseph Correa, and I'm the petition the licensing board to allow us the opportunity to provide live entertainment to the Jamaica Plain community. Live entertainment, particularly in the form of bands, DJs, and dancing. With that being said, there have been several points of opposition brought to my attention. There are several individuals stating that they are concerned with the DJ being present due to noise, and also concerned with our ability to allow community members the opportunity to dance within our establishment due to large crowds. To these points, I will highlight our inability to raise our music volume above a particular decibel. So regardless of if we have a DJ or an iPod, our volume does not change. In regards to large crowds, we are not allowed to exceed a particular capacity within our establishment, so please do not allow this to be a concern. I understand that new ideas and challenges of the status quo may be scary to some, but to these individuals, I urge them to come by my establishment to see the respectable nature of my business and the way that it is run and operated.
Okay, can you just let us know like what type of restaurant it is?
Sure. So Top Mix Bar and Kitchen, it's a, the best way to describe this is a American Caribbean fusion. Fully operational. We have a 7-day all license, and also a restaurant. We open from 4 to 11 every day. On the weekends, we open from 4 to 1 a.m.
Mr. Correa, thank you for explaining that. I just have a couple of questions. What you submitted did not contain any sort of floor plan about where you wanted the dance floor to be, so we would need more information from you.
Okay.
A floor plan. And also, your ISD certificates limit the live music till 10:30. So
Yes.
are you in the process, or are you working with ISD and Fire to change that, or are you looking to limit this till 10:30?
So I'm actually working with ISD to change that. I'm actually looking into, I guess, the particular reason why it was actually capped at that. I guess it was because I guess the prior owner, when they first submitted the permit, that contingency was there for whatever particular reason. And then when I took over the restaurant, it kind of, came along with that.
Okay.
So I'm actually looking to, have that changed.
Is there anything in your lease that prevents you from having dancing? We sometimes find that in other parts of the city. There is a lease and it specifically excludes dancing, and then the licensee wants dancing, and
Right.
we can't give it to them.
Right. No, nothing in the lease particularly highlights anything in regards to inability to dance.
Okay, and I think you've contacted and you've talked to Rebecca before about possibly obtaining and applying for some one-day entertainment licenses. Is that something you would think about doing until we were able to give you this, if we decided to this annual license? That would allow you to sort of test out the type of entertainment you're having and build a track record. Is that something you've thought about?
Sure. It's nothing in regards to it. It's more so of, I guess, having the ability to do so. So it's not that we want to kind of open up and just kind of provide these, these things. We wanted to do like a salsa night and stuff like that, but it's, I guess, pertinent to our business model that we kind of needed right away. It's just more so of kind of having the ability to provide the Jamaica Plain community with a location they can go to, rather than kind of leaving their neighborhood and entertaining other neighborhoods.
Okay.
Does your restaurant actually have a dance floor set up, or are you going
We
to
do
move
not.
tables and chairs?
No. So it would be more so of if we were to kind of have like a particular night in which we would allow dancing, it would be kind of, we would have to kind of move the tables and chairs to a particular area, and the space is big enough to be able to satisfy that.
Okay. Yeah. So when you
Okay.
submit the floor plan, can you please indicate
Sure.
what it looks like with dance floor, without dance floor?
Sure.
And as far as your outdoor patio, are you looking to have entertainment on your outdoor patio?
The entertainment in regards to potentially, if we're able to have speakers, yes, just kind of low music, kind of just like a background noise, ambient noise, just to kind of
Did you ever discuss that at your abutters or community meetings, speakers outside?
I'm not sure. I
Okay.
cannot. I believe we did, but I cannot really recall.
Okay, just that is something that you'll want to check on. I don't think I
Sure.
saw it on any letters.
Okay.
Also, I want to add, I know that you have a patio out there. I know it's on your liquor license, but it's actually not listed on your inspection or fire. So when you work with ISD on the 1030, you should also work with them on the patio, because it should be listed on that, even if it's a private patio.
Right. And in regards to kind of the allowing of outdoor seating and stuff, would that be something that we'd be able to kind of allow to put on that particular patio if the outdoor seating due to COVID was?
So I'm not familiar with your establishment, but
Right.
do you already have a patio that's
We do.
permanent?
So there is a patio there currently, but it's not listed on the ISD. I think it was, I think they needed
Okay.
like a land surveyor or something like that to see property lines if it doesn't extend it to the street.
Okay. So yeah, for the time being, you should apply for the temporary outdoor dining permit, just so that it
Right.
is permitted for this temporary season.
Gotcha.
But the temporary,
Right.
should you be granted the temporary outdoor dining permit, you cannot have any entertainment out there, not even speakers.
Right.
That's
Okay,
temporary.
gotcha. Yep. Makes sense.
Okay. Let me see, I just had a couple more questions. So you mentioned a salsa night, and
Yes.
how this will help your business plan. Can you provide a little bit more information about what other types of entertainment you're expecting to be able to book with this type of license?
Right. So we were looking to potentially, have bands and kind of just, like a 3-person band or something like that, something to kind of create the environment of, tropical environment, something that, people would kind of draw a crowd and stuff like that. And in regards to kind of DJ, it's more so of just having a person kind of control the music. I'm not really a music type of person. So, sometimes I'll put on the iPod and then it'll play like old music and stuff like that. So to kind of have a person there that knows kind of, the music of the current time would be very helpful. Again, the volume wouldn't change. It'll be exactly like having an iPod, but just with someone kind of controlling the music themselves. And in regards to kind of a salsa night, it is something to, provide the community so that they can have of the Caribbean nature. But for the most part, it's I think the initially kind of the biggest one was kind of just have like a band to create the ambiance of the tropical feel, and just someplace that someone could come and be entertained.
Okay. And you said at the start of the hearing that you didn't expect the volume to change.
Right.
Sometimes we do get complaints about sound, especially you're in a building with residents above you, I believe.
Sure. Yes.
Have you done any sort of sound mitigation in your restaurant to take that into consideration? Like, how do you know that the volume is not going to change? Sometimes when you have bands, there's bass or there's speakers,
Right.
and what comes out of an iPad is different than what comes out of like a speaker to complement even a Caribbean band. So
Right.
have you thought that through at all? Or,
I have. Actually, I had spoken to someone, I believe it was a detective at the time. They just, you know how they occasionally come and check the licensing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they had mentioned that we can get a decibel reader. So that's something that we'd be able to kind of, you know, put on the exterior and see, you know, we can have it like a test run to kind of see how loud the music is. And also, you know, we're very, in regards to kind of complaints and stuff like that, we'll take that definitely into consideration. You know, if anyone has a problem with kind of how loud the music is being, you know, we'll be able to kind of adjust it from there.
okay.
So you don't have any installed soundproofing?
Installed soundproofing. I'm not sure if the prior owner had soundproofing installed. You know, I kind of took over the restaurant pre-existing, so I cannot, you know, speak to what's within the walls per se.
Okay. Rebecca, before we go to public testimony, do you have any other questions you'd like to ask?
Yes,
Mr. Correa?
I know that you're a restaurant. Would there ever be a time that you would charge like a cover charge?
No, so we're currently
Oh, sorry. Did he freeze on you?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, no.
You might want to turn his camera off. That might help with the Wi-Fi connection.
Uh-oh.
Why don't we move to public testimony? If Mr. Correa can
Okay.
unfreeze, we'll see if we can work with him to answer that last question.
Are there any individuals who would like to testify, beginning with elected officials or their representatives? I know I see Tiffany from ONS. Tiffany? No. Okay. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify?
Oh, I see Tiffany now. I'm sorry, Michael. I do see someone from ONS.
Oh,
Hello.
you're back.
I thought I saw her.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry, I think I may have lost connection.
No worries.
Oh, I
Okay.
see Tiffany.
Oh, and Warren has his hand raised. Okay, let's just go back to Joseph real quick and then we'll take testimony.
Okay.
So, sorry, the cover charge question, no cover
Sure.
charge?
No, so no coverage.
Okay. And then, so in the letters that we received many letters in support, in opposition, and kind of in the middle. We wanted to know, sorry, do you have a dispersal plan for when people leave the restaurant? Just to make sure they don't loiter and create noise, because that was the concern on one of the letters.
Right. So in regards to kind of that, so I guess so far we haven't had any problems. You know, on the weekends we have security that kind of, you know, let people know that hey, it's time to go and stuff like that. And you know, we haven't had any kind of loitering. You know.
Okay. Okay. If you can just submit like a formal plan to us, you know.
Sure.
I know like in some areas, sometimes like the ride share, people like wait outside for their Ubers and they are like a little loud. So, you know, something to deal with that.
Right.
Okay. I think that's all that I have. Kathleen, you don't have any more questions, right?
I don't, but perhaps after the public testimony, I might have a couple more questions.
Okay. So I shall ask again, are there any individuals who would like to testify, beginning with elected officials or their representatives? Okay. Are there any individuals who would like to testify? I see Warren. I'm going to ask you to unmute.
Hello, everybody. I'm just a huge supporter of Top Mix. I think they're a huge asset to our district. And I really feel like they're touching on that cultural piece that has been watered down due to the pandemic. And this is an opportunity to kind of get that foot traffic back that we want to see in our district. I feel like I've met with Joseph on a number of occasions to come up with different plans on how we could do this in a way that's seamless. And I'm going to continue to support them in what they're doing and try to help implement this in a way that is beneficial for everyone, not just the patrons of Top Mix, but also the residents and the other businesses in the district.
Thank you,
So we're
Warren.
definitely in huge support.
Thanks so much. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify? Michael? Yep.
Yes. I'm Michael Reiskind. I live at 425 South Huntington Avenue in Jamaica Plain. I'm a member of the Jamaica Plain Neighborhood Council and the chair of its Public Service Committee. We had a hearing on the alcohol license and the entertainment license on this matter on February 2nd, 2021. And we supported, agreed to support Mr. Correa on everything he asked for at that time. This had been a bar and restaurant called Frogmore before that, with a patio and with a live entertainment license. So I think there was some sound mitigation put in by Frogmore before. There were no issues. Mr. Correa asked for everything that Frogmore had at that time, which was up to 3 live performers. He talked about jazz music. We do support a live entertainment at this establishment. We agreed on up to 11 o'clock on weekdays and up to 2 a.m. On the weekends, Friday and Saturday. At that time, Mr. Correa said there would be no music outdoors on the patio. He, as I said, he talked about jazz bands. He also talked about 5 TVs, 5 large screen TVs, which I did not see on the application, but we would support that. We did not, and he did not ask for a DJ or dancing by patrons at that time. We probably would have supported it, but there was no request, so we can't say anything about that. There was, of course, always a lot of concern with live entertainment, and we agreed to have a follow-up meeting 6 months after opening to see how everything worked out, and he agreed to that. So we agreed to everything he had asked for at that time, but at that time it was only 5 TVs and up to 3 live performers. We think he's a wonderful addition to the neighborhood, well experienced with the other Top Mix on Norfolk Avenue, and we support everything he asked for at that time. Thank you.
Thank you. Joseph, when did Top Mix JP open?
It opened last year, November 26th,
Okay, thank you.
2021.
Kathleen, do you have any more questions?
Thank you. I don't have any more questions at this time. Thanks.
Okay. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify? Okay, seeing none, the board or the licensing division will take this under advisement. Thank you, Joseph. And now moving to our second and last request, I have Shamrock Boston LLC doing business as Shamrock Pub, located at 501 East 8th Street, South Boston. Manager is Angus O'Leary. And the request is to maintain and operate the live entertainment categories consisting of instrumental and vocal music, up to 2 performers each until 1 a.m. 7 days a week. And-
Good morning. My name is Nicole Cholkowski, attorney representing the applicant Shamrock Boston LLC, doing business as Shamrock Pub. The business formerly known as Touchy's Shamrock Pub. I am here with the owner, John Lydon. He recently took ownership of the fall of last year and went in front of the Alcoholic Beverages Commission where the transfer of the license was granted. The pub recently opened in January of this year, and we are now seeking to obtain a live entertainment license, which is a continuation of the license previously held by Touchy's Shamrock Pub for 2 instrumental and 2 vocalists. A continuation of use that we are seeking. And yeah, any questions?
Sorry, did you say 2, so like 4 performers total?
So it would be for 2 instrumental and 2 vocalists.
Oh, right. Sorry, misread what I wrote. Thank you.
And you were saying you want this entertainment to go until 1 a.m.?
So that is what the license was previously held. We don't have any plans at the moment in terms of entertainment, but yes, until close is how it was previously held. So that's what we're just looking for a continuation for at this time.
And
Okay.
how many days a week?
So the license would be for 7 days a week. We're currently open 6 days. Honestly, we're looking for just flexibility. So it would probably not be daily, not even weekly, mostly an occasional use, but the license, we do just want flexibility in terms of what day of the week and whatnot. So we are seeking for just to maintain how the license was held previously.
Okay. And do you have any noise mitigation? Have you taken any noise mitigation measures since you've taken over the establishment?
So nothing beyond what was here previously when there was live entertainment held. We have drop ceilings and insulated drywall. But beyond that, no.
Okay. Okay, and as far as dispersal, because this is a new establishment going in there, we just like to have the licensees think through their dispersal plans. You know, when you're having live entertainment, you know, think through how to avoid crowds in this neighborhood as everyone gets out at the same time, make sure people aren't loitering outside. So that's something we'd like to see in writing. If there's if you've thought that through as far as staffing and as far as, you know, exiting people at a certain time. Neighborhoods don't want entertainment to end, then all of a sudden the lights go down and everyone's out on the sidewalk at the same time waiting for Ubers. So I think that's something you should talk through with your staff, because that's something we'll want to look for in writing should we issue this license. At this point, I don't have any questions. Rebecca, is there anything that you would like answered before we move on to the public testimony?
Sorry, give me 1 second. I don't have any questions, but I just have a comment. I noticed on the site plan that you had a pinball machine that is licensed through entertainment. So if you could just amend the license to include that, if that still exists.
No, so it's no longer existing.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, so this is, yeah, purely just seeking. So I guess a little deviation from the prior owner, he had more licenses held. We're just looking for the instruments
Okay.
and vocalists.
Okay, I don't have any more questions. Are there any individuals who would like to testify, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Hello. If nobody else is willing to talk, I'm the person who the building is named after. My name is Doña Betsaida Gutierrez. So one of the questions I have, and probably I missed your presentation of the project. If you can give me or give the group a list of things that you want, why you want, who are you, why do you want to do this? We don't know your business. So for the neighborhood we live in and the whole neighborhood, I was a community activist, so we have introduced the whole project for the
Where do
community
you,
to.
ma'am, what is your address?
My address, I reside 108 Chestnut Avenue in Jamaica Plain, right?
Okay,
One
that's-
block from Doña Betsaida's building.
Okay,
And-
we will, if this applicant doesn't mind pausing for a minute, we could take this woman's testimony and apply it to the previous one.
No, that's
Yeah.
fine. That's
Yeah.
fine. I wasn't in the beginning, so I didn't hear what was your rules and regulations for the meeting, so.
Oh, no, we're
But
happy you
keep me in
joined us.
mind.
Yeah, we're happy you joined us and we can connect you with the licensee for the JP
what?
one. Yeah, this is a different application.
Yep, this
Oh.
application is for South Boston.
Oh, I'm very sorry, very
It's a-
sorry.
No, no
yeah,
problem.
the previous one already ended.
No
The
problem. We're
previous one, I did that.
Yeah, we're happy you still joined us and we will connect you. We will follow up with you and make
Okay.
sure you
Can
get
you
your,
answer my question? Isn't this the time for the meeting of Doña Betsaida building?
We had
Yes.
the top, had the top mix hearing right before this one. It just.
Oh,
ended.
you did it before. In the flyer, it says that at 10:30.
Yes.
yeah, it's
we
already
put-
over.
Yeah, we
How
completed.
come it was done sooner than the day of at the time of the flyer?
We started at
10:30.
10:30.
We had two applications today and we did not have a lot of people join us to testify, so it went pretty quickly.
Okay, I get that now. So what is the next step after you made the presentation? Then,
Well, we would like to follow up with you, so if we could get your contact information, we will.
no, I thought you wanted input from the community.
We do, we
You
do.
can, if you'd like,
You
you
do,
can
but
submit
not
it.
this way, not this way.
Well, please
It
share it.
doesn't look good. I'm
Okay, this
sorry.
is,
This is how
Yeah.
you can reach me. I'm gonna give you my phone number.
feel free to share with us right now. I'm just saying the applicant, I don't know if he's still on, and I would like him to be able to hear as well. But we're recording this meeting, so
Okay.
please feel free to, I'm just asking the other people to hit pause while we listen to you, because we've already closed that part of the hearing, but we will reopen it right now. So continue to share with us what you'd like to tell us about Top Mix.
So you can talk now about what you think.
Thank you.
Okay. I think
Sorry.
I'm gonna go ahead and, my concern is, this is a building where this restaurant is rented,
Yes.
whatever. Where seniors, people from the community live. And the noise is a huge concern of people. And having the meeting bilingual, it will be an excellent way. This is how we do it in Jamaica Plain, bilingual meetings. And basically, so the community and residents who live in it, who are going to be most impacted by the noise, can give their feedback. And
Yes.
that's the community meetings that I created in the community for people to be able to be empowered and basically be able to participate in the community. So I probably have many questions after I hear the presentation, but I have to hear the presentation. And I can give
Okay.
you my phone number.
I see that Mr. Correa has rejoined us. And if you would both like to wait until we finish with the South Boston application, we will reopen the JP one out of a courtesy to the neighbor. How's that? If she would just
Yes,
like to
it's
be a little
fine.
patient. Okay, so
It
we've
will be
already,
fine.
we've already moved on to another application, but we'll come right back. to
No,
you.
I'm sorry. I
Mr. Correa.
apologize for my,
No problem. Mr.
not, but it's good to know these things. So next time I should join earlier.
Okay, we will move on to the South Boston application and come right back to the JP one.
Okay, so we
So-
were at the testimony for the South Boston hearing. Okay, are there any individuals who would like to testify, beginning with elected officials or their representatives? No? Okay, and are there any other individuals who would like to testify? Seeing none, the licensing division will take this under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, and now we will return to our first item, which was Top Mix Bar and Kitchen. Ma'am, if you would like, or should we have Joseph, I guess? do
Joe,
a quick
Joseph,
synopsis?
would you give us a quick update, not as long as you'd like, would you give us an update about where you're planning here so that this neighbor can hear your presentation?
Sure. So, so essentially what we're looking to provide is a, a place where kind of the community can kind of, commingle and kind of get to know each other, a community where it's of inclusion. So we're kind of looking for live entertainment in order to have, bands, whether it be salsa bands, bachata bands, or any bands of any kind per se, and also be able to be a hub where individuals don't have to leave the community in order to have things such as salsa dancing and things of that sort. So we've been open for several months now. We've garnered much community support in regards to, I guess, the way that we do business. Very respectable business. And if Betsaida wants to come by, I'd be definitely willing to have a conversation with her personally, one-on-one. If she wants to come by the business, come check it out, give her a tour. But that's kind of what we're trying to bring to the community.
Thank you, Joseph. Ma'am, did you get that?
Yes, I did. Thank you very much.
Okay. Would you like to submit a testimony in support or opposition, or you can meet with Joseph later on?
No, but you say that I would like to ask him many questions. So I would like if he just offer to come to this business, but I would like to know if I can get a number that I can talk to him. Will be much safe to do.
Sure. Do you have a pen? I can give you the number.
Yes, please. Adelante. Dígamelo.
617 617
Mhm.
201
Mhm.
9853.
53. And last name is Correa, or that's your first name?
Correa, last name.
Correa, sí, Correa.
Mhm.
Okay, so I call you by Correa.
Okay.
Give me that permission.
Right. Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
It looks like we still have a couple more people that may want to add a few things to this. Michael, do you still have your hand up?
Yes, I'd like to say, I've worked with Betsaida for many years. It's Michael Reiskin. And she's right. The building at 365 Center Street is named the Betsaida Gutierrez building. So she has a close connection with it. I also like to remember the neighborhood council leaflets the area for a large 2 blocks in every direction, and Mr. Correa did it. And we asked that those leaflets be in English and Spanish. And my vice chair at the Public Service Committee was Samantha Montano, who's bilingual. So we always encourage bilingual meetings. And the testimony that I gave about this issue reflected all of that from the February 2nd, 2021 meeting. Thanks.
Excuse me. Okay, and I don't believe, oh, Tiffany's here. Tiffany, you may submit your testimony.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I was unprepared to give testimony at today's hearing. At this time, the mayor's office is not taking any stances on licensing cannabis or zoning matters, but I would just like to defer to your decision on this respectfully. At this time, we've also received both letters and testimonies of opposition and support. Thank you.
Thank you, Tiffany. Okay, and are there any more individuals who would like to testify? Seeing none, we will take this under advisement. And that concludes all our hearings for today. Thank you, everyone.